Right. Hello, everyone. My name is Robin Harrison, and I'm joined, as ever, with the donor to my Blitzen, Mr.
I knew
Ed
you were going to say
Birkin.
that. I would have said that, but actually, surely it should be the Rudolph to your Santa. Because Donna to
No,
Blitzen makes you. It's sweet. You're kind of calling us peers.
I,
Not
I would say that. I mean,
normally you do like I'm the lesser one.
it's
You know.
Christmas. I'm feeling charitable.
Okay, thank you. I'll take it
Yeah,
as it's meant to be.
yeah.
Okay,
And
good.
also, they're always grouped together, so it seemed like a good joke.
Can you name all the reindeer?
Oh, God. Dasher, Prancer, Donner, Blitzen, Cupid, Comet,
Two more, aren't there? I know
Raphael,
one of them.
Leonardo.
Something and Vixen. Is it Vixen one?
Yeah, but then it was Blitzen. So if you've got Blitzen, why would you have Vixen? Did
Yeah,
Santa
that's
just get lazy with the naming?
female fox, isn't it?
Yeah, but they sound similar.
Santa's reindeer. Here we go. Right. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer,
Yep.
Vixen,
Right?
Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen, with the addition of the famous Rudolph.
Yeah, but he was a bit of an interloper, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, the original 8 were from a poem from 1823.
It was at the night before Christmas. That's the most famous phrase used in the most, not the most famous, the most repeated phrase in the podcast this year.
What? Yes, it is.
It is.
Followed by betting.
Betting was the most used actual word.
Actual word. Yeah.
Yep.
And black market in Netherlands must be up there pretty high.
Yeah. And probably Brazil. Yeah.
What's 20... let's not look back over past eras. What's 2026 going to be talking about? Not what's it going to be talking about. What are we going to be talking about?
What are we going to be talking about? Well, I imagine betting. I imagine we'll probably say quite a lot. We will probably talk about the black market, the Netherlands, Brazil. I mean, it's an interesting
Finland's
one.
too early. Finland's going to be mid-27 now, I reckon.
Yeah, Finland will take a while. I mean, honestly, I think in the new year we'll do like a proper predictions episode and we'll actually have a think about
Yes. Oh, predictions. I thought you were talking about prediction markets. Yeah, no, we should do predictions, yeah.
Yeah. But for the first time, I think since I've been in the industry, when I started when I still had hair and less back pain, I don't really know what's going to happen next year. I feel like we're going into a year and there's much more uncertainty than we've had as an industry.
Yeah. Do people think that every year?
No. I wouldn't say so. I would say generally you've got a kind of a good steer on what's going to happen. I mean, we know some stuff that's going to happen. iGaming in the US probably won't move forward. Some other market will snap back. There's always an outside chance that France will regulate iCasino and a monopoly market will liberalise, Austria being the one most likely next year.
Chile to eventually pass the regulation? Or launch?
At some point. I mean, I think we've been predicting that for the past 3 years.
Okay, so January we need 5 predictions each, 3 of which need to be iGaming related.
Yeah, right?
Okay. And the 1823 poem was called A Visit from St. Nicholas, a.k.a. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, I've got a
nice. If the quiz was starting yet, you'd be 1-0 up.
Well, I've got a nice little copy of it.
So yeah, so 5 predictions, 3 to do with iGaming, and 2 can be anything else.
I mean, this is potentially a new low for us. We start planning the next episode at the start of the one we're currently recording.
Yeah. Look, I can't do this. People aren't going to take us seriously wearing Christmas jumpers. I just can't do it. Can't do it.
I mean, you assume that people are going to take us... I mean, I think it's quite bold to assume that people are taking us seriously.
I am a businessman, and I think I should wear a businessman's jacket and tie to show that I am a serious data person, not some journalistic monkey. We'll even do it up. There we go.
You've got
I feel
costume
better.
changes.
Now I feel better. People will take the data seriously.
You look very credible.
Thank you. This is Rudolph, by the way.
Rudolph, the interloper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. What are we talking about today, Robinho?
Binho. Not sure I like that.
So I don't know if I said the stat on the podcast or to you separately, but I told a stat to a number of people that if the World Cup hadn't expanded to this stupid amount of teams, Brazil would not have qualified.
You did.
Turns
And
out that's
also,
not true. That's not true.
isn't it?
No, they would have just scraped in.
But on that original logic, and I'm quite disappointed that's not true.
Well, apparently, if you just say stuff on LinkedIn, it becomes true. So maybe I should
Nice.
put it on LinkedIn.
Yeah, and dream it into reality. But by that same logic, Brazil would not have qualified, but Scotland would have done.
Scotland, yes, Scotland did well. Okay,
We
structure. I'm
topped
just
our
looking
group.
through your. I'm looking through your WhatsApp structure, news and general bullshitting. So I think we've covered the second bit. News? Any news this week? You're the news guy. Well, you claim to be a journalist. Journalism is to do with news. Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll help you out.
Manage a team of
website.
journalists. So, I mean, in terms of what's interesting, in terms of what we've been looking at, the challenge to India's real money gaming ban has been pushed back. Brazil has delayed a vote, surprise, surprise, on the tax hike. What else is interesting? Yeah, New York, they gave out the 3 licenses. Wasn't any twist in the tail. So,
Shocking revelation. See, what is, though, is how ridiculous it is that they're just paying completely different tax rates. Like, completely different. Have you seen that? They are... I mean, Resorts World, fair enough, they're paying, what, 56% on slots? And I think the VLTs is currently 70%, so they'll be better off. But then you've got ballets who are paying 25%. Is it all 30, 25, something like that? It's just...
But it's...
You can't go in and go, oh, we're going to try and get a license or put a bid for a high tax rate. And then when no one else does it, go, oh, I think you should just equalise the tax rate for everyone. I was like, no, you went for it. Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah, suck it up, Buttercup.
But for them, they've got a huge advantage because they've just chucked some tables in and they're paying less tax than they are at the moment. So I'm just reading. Right, I would like you to give me a 15-second rundown of what these articles are, that are the latest articles on igamingbusiness.com. Crypto's march to legitimacy. Can digital wallets find a regulated home in global gaming?
Well, that's about... Well, I mean, we've talked about this before in the podcast, the shifting position of crypto in the industry, because you're seeing it used. For example, Supergroup are launching a stablecoin to essentially reduce payment costs in Africa and make it easier for customers to transact with the site. We have discussed it before about certain companies shuttering their B2C crypto gaming operations to focus on regulated markets. So yeah, crypto is emerging as a potentially legitimate option, and I think that is something to be discussed and debated.
I think things like the stable coin for Africa is, but I can't see many regulators allowing crypto in general. Okay,
Well,
we'll just do two.
About the
so
permutations.
The other one, IGB Pentasia Salary Survey, Analysis of 2025 Developments Shaping Sector Pay. So what pay rises should I be giving?
To work directly with you.
Mm.
Which one have you got?
Not a lot. I can't see a single number in here, actually. So that's quite disappointing.
Well, I would have a look at I mean, have you been on the site this week? Because you know that this has been running for the past few days.
4.09% wage growth across our gaming in 2025.
So if you look at
slightly above inflation,
analytics and developers. So for a junior data and BI analyst, it's averaging about 44,000 a year, rising to about 65,000 on average for a senior. Jumps up very high in the US to about 170,000, and ahead of analytics, you're looking at 150.
I am now very glad that all of my staff have completely ignored my edict that they, if that's the right word, have to listen to the podcast, and none of them do. So hopefully they won't
So
hear any of those numbers. Your
for
average
context,
your average salary is £17,000. God, that's good. It's good people work for me. Right, let's move on before we get in trouble.
yeah, just
What
for
was the next news?
context, the salary survey is something that we do every year with Pantasia. Genuinely, it's like, I think it's one of something that I'm, really proud that we've done with them for a number of years. It's really great collaboration with their team, especially Brooke and Andre from the marketing.
God, it's our Christmas special. Stop sucking up to all your partners and sponsors and all that rubbish. Come
Like,
on, we need to make
it's
it
a
snappy.
great, it's a,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, Robin. Next structure. Review of the year. Just key developments, themes, keep it tight. I mean, those last three
yes,
words are completely pointless because we
yep,
won't do that.
no, we won't.
Okay. Key developments and themes this year. Go. I started the link.
Okay, you started the link. So, first of all, taxation. It's going up.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to stop going up. And as you said very eloquently a week or two ago, after some judicious edits to get rid of the swear words, saying that it's going to topple the sector is creating a rod for the industry's back. And I think that's true. Unless people are going to withdraw from markets and say that they're essentially not going to do business under those conditions, they're going to have to find a way. And I think that ultimately lends itself to next year's big theme, which is going to be, how do you survive in this new world order?
Yep. Just for complete context, Estonia has reduced.
As.
But yes, as a theme, tax has gone up. I mean, New World Order, do you not think you're just pushing it a bit?
No,
Everyone
I
loves to
think,
sensationalize. Okay, you're paying more tax. The big guys will survive. They'll make less profit. They will innovate because, as much as everyone likes to be doom and gloom, as you like to say, the industry is pretty damn good, and they will
yeah,
find new ways of
yeah,
doing it. Whether it's like Matchbook, who are now launching a predictions market in the UK, which, by the way, is what Betfair have been doing for over 20 years, just with a better user interface. So this
yes.
whole, Americans have designed prediction markets. No, they haven't.
No.
No, it's a load of crap.
And, well, Americans license prediction markets as a betting product when Betfair was in New Jersey. So,
Yeah, and it didn't work then.
yeah, that's because of liquidity.
Yeah, but also the user interface as well, because you can always seed liquidity. Well, I'm not sure if they're allowed to in New Jersey. Yeah, we need a predictions market one, because I just don't see how it's not going to fall flat on its face.
You're starting to see the pushback, the Louisiana letter, a underdog in Arizona, Nevada, sort of leading the charge. There's kind of a schism, and I think what I'm curious about with all this is, how does that affect something like iCasino regulation next year? Because essentially, in a lot of these states, like so DraftKings, FanDuel, are licensed via, the master licensee, which is one of the brick and mortar properties. They're now sitting on the other side of the fence. They're in the AGA, DraftKings, FanDuel, whoever, are in the SBA with that cash markets piece. Does this essentially grind any further progress to a halt?
But they're not actually in the prediction. There's a trade group of prediction people, aren't there? And they're not in that.
Yeah,
So
there's
that's a
that
bit
as well.
fragmented.
Yeah.
So there you go. I'm gonna throw you on early. One of my predictions, and this
Okay.
is highly controversial, and no one will agree with it, because the
Okay.
general view is this will all get sorted out pretty quickly, and by pretty quickly they mean it will be in the Supreme Court within 5 years. I don't view that as quickly, but my logic behind this, flawed as it may be, is that generally gaming regulators are against this, and therefore all that needs to happen is all the gaming regulators get together and say, right, if you launch prediction markets in any state, whether it has legalized gaming or not, or betting and gaming, you will no longer be allowed to operate in this state, and see what DraftKings and FanDuel do. Now, that doesn't still leaves kind of the others, Polymarket, Kalshi, but I think that's a good starting point.
Bold. Save it for January.
Okay, I'll save it for January. So themes are, I've forgotten what even the themes were. Developments, themes. But I suppose you could talk. What have people been asking about? UAE. I don't really think
Yep.
it's that
You.
relevant for the majority of people. I think that's just takes up more space more headlines than the reality of what it's going to mean to the global gambling market. It will be
I think
important
it's a
for a
bit.
couple of people there.
I think it's going to be an exciting development, and I'm keen to see what when do with that property. But yeah, it's obviously of interest. I mean, as is Brazil. Can't not talk about Brazil, can we?
Yeah, I think Brazil's probably been the big one. This Brazil and the impact of the changes in the Netherlands that happened last year and how they've come this year. But I think they're the two kind of biggest things. To have a regulator
Mm.
come out and say that 50% of the market is offshore, and to really clearly see the impact of the regulatory change on channelization, and the Brazil market. That, to be honest, I think the onshore market, as much as everyone in Brazil likes to talk about the size of the offshore market, I think the onshore market size is bigger than most people anticipated. People were generally in agreement with our figures for last year, and the onshore market's grown a lot. So offshore market aside, I think if you'd have told people this year the onshore market was going to be this size, they'd have all been happy. Just the fact is, I think that the majority of the Brazilian operators naively assumed that because they're local, they would take huge share. And guess what? 3, 4, 5 players take the majority of the market. So you're left with a lot of operators fighting over a small amount. Okay. And then the UK budget, obviously. And
I'll
then
cover that.
Bet365 was a big thing at the time,
At the time, it's
It's
gone
quiet.
quiet, but you feel that could be because something's happening.
Well, and also, who's going to do anything when you've got the UK budget announcement that's going to have a material impact? So clearly, you're going to
Yeah,
wait and see what happens there.
yeah.
And these things don't happen overnight. So, right,
Right. So
quizzes.
now, who's the host of this? Me or you?
I'm jumping. So I'm just looking at the end of the list. You've got thank listeners. Do you have a list of them by name? It won't take long to go through.
No, we could probably do that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd probably take us about 2 minutes. Anyway,
Sorry, you're the
before
host. You go. You go. Sorry.
yeah,
You tell us what's next.
right, quizzes.
Quizzes.
So we agreed 2 weeks ago now that we'd do a little sort of festive quiz for one another. Your
Yeah.
questions are based on iGamingBusiness.com. My questions are based on the H2 Gambling Capital website. Would you like to go first?
No, I'd like you to bat first, please.
Okay.
No, you to bowl first. I'll bat first. I'll take the first question.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyway, quizzing.
Okay.
Oh, first question. As of 6 p.m. yesterday, how many data files have been downloaded from the H2 database in the past week?
We've just done some analysis on downloads, and I believe we had 35,000 downloaded last year. So 35 divided by 5 will be 7. 6,082.
735.
What?
Yeah, it does.
735 downloaded?
Yeah. It's on your data
Oh,
wall.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Don't look at that. Don't cheat.
Okay.
No
All right.
conferring.
All right. Fine. Okay.
Okay.
Clearly, there's something wrong with our our tracking and analytics. That's not, yeah, it's still 100 a day, but we should be. We
Yeah.
think more. Okay. I
What
mean, that's quite a way out.
percent? Yeah. What
Is it not my question
percentage?
now? Are we doing all
All
three
right.
and three?
Shall we alternate? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. According to ChatGPT,
Right.
what is iGaming Business's best article of 2025?
I know our most read.
I doubt. So the two it's got here, it's
So
got its own pick and a very close runner-up, and they're both. I'll give you a clue. They are both published in the past 5 days.
Well, in the past 5 days, that would be salary survey and influential women.
No. What's your most read?
Times Square, the Caesars Casino hearing with Jay-Z. That was ranking above a Vice and New York Times for a while. I mean, it's big numbers. I mean, it was a very good article, but yeah, I mean that just basically went a bit viral.
Was that written by your favorite writer, Jess? Is it Jess Marcosi?
They're all my favorites.
Was it written by him? So, according to ChatGPT, his pick for iGaming Business's best article, How 2025 Became the Year US States Turned Against Sweepstakes Casinos by Pat Evans.
That is a great article. That's
and
Pat's,
it stands out because it's a proper year in review that stitches together legislation and enforcement across multiple states, not just a single news hit. And it anchors the story with clear definitions and market sizing. It also looks forward, explicitly tracking what's coming in 2026. Very close runner-up, Aftershock, how the UK tax hike is recasting Gibraltar's iGaming economy. It's strong because it quantifies exposure, documents the policy shock, and explores second-order effects like restructuring, market exits, and black market risk. Written by Martin Björk.
I think that's representative of what IGB does. In any week, you will find outstanding work. Got a very good team.
Well, okay, so you talked about how few things are downloaded from ours, and I've given you a platform to wax lyrically about your hard-hitting, insightful journalism. Let's move on to question 2. This wasn't how I was hoping it would go.
What percentage of global gross win will come from Oceania in 2025, according to H2 Gambling Capital?
I want to say somewhere between like 0.6 and 1.2. Is it more than 1%? Oh no, Australia's got the pokies. I'll go with 1.4%, please, Bob.
0.13. Yes. Stop.
The pokies are big. No, that kind of makes sense.
Stop disputing your own data.
No, the pokies. Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah. So total global. Yeah. That's including lotteries. Yeah.
I just pulled off the data.
Total rather than betting and gaming. Yeah. No. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. God, I'm doing badly at this again. Back to ChatGPT. I asked, how many articles have been posted on iGaming Business Brazil this year? And he asked me whether it was all Brazil tag posts in 2025 or only original news or analysis excluding republished reports. So I've said all Brazil tag posts. So how many articles being posted under iGaming Business Brazil's tag in 2025? So under iGaming Business, I'm tagged with Brazil. So it's not just iGaming Business Brazil.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll give it you within 10.
Is it over 1,000?
According to this, 71. 71.
No, it's got that right.
So you reckon over 1,000 articles this year have been 3 articles a day tagged with Brazil?
1 or 2 articles a day. See if I can break it down by geo. So let me have a look at. Oh yeah, way more than 71. I mean, if it's tagged to Brazil, it depends how you spell Brazil as well. It could just be picking up the translated articles, because obviously we offer a content. And so yeah, I mean, close to 1,000.
Fair enough.
Right, then, in fact, let's stick with Brazil. What market share did Sportingbet have in Brazil in 2025?
Sportingbet, what market share did it have in Brazil in May?
I can see your eyes flicking about as you frantically Google it.
No, I'm not Googling it, because Google won't pick up on our stuff. Again, I've got 2 numbers in my head. I'm trying to work out which one. I've got around 4.8 or 7.1%, and I'm thinking. So I had Superbet around 7, and they were. I'll go with, could be around 5.6. I'll go with, I don't think so. I'll go with 5.8. I'll go with 6.4%.
5%.
5%.
You?
Yeah, I kind of think ballpark, it's not. I told you I was thinking in the 4s or 6s. Yeah, okay, fine. 5%, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, and they would have been, on our numbers, they would have therefore been the 4th biggest operator.
Yep. About that.
Betano, Bet365, Superbet, Sporting Bet, and then Sport de Sorte, or Bet National, Sport de Sorte.
Yeah. Just clawing back a bit of credibility there. Well done. Do you want to do one more question each?
Well, I've still got to ask your third one, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One more each.
Have you only asked me 2? No, you've asked me 3, so no. So I owe you a third one, and then one.
All right. Yeah, well, let's do one more from you.
Okay. Right. Okay. According to ChatGPT, you see the preparation I've done for this.
So I sat going through the H2 site thinking about, right, what have we talked about? What's kind of could be adjacent? And you've gone, what is iGaming business? To your ChatGPT iteration named after your dog.
No. This. So come on, a bonus question then, Robin. Give me a bonus
All right,
one.
bonus question. All right. In June 2025, adding up the estimates for visible and invisible offshore, how much unlicensed GGR was generated in Brazil? And a bonus point for the onshore.
What's the June 2025? What's the unlicensed GGR in Brazil? In Brazilian reais. So the license was about, say, 3. Did it drop down to about 2.8 or 3.2? Let's go with 3. I'll go with 3.1 for licensed.
Very
And
good.
I reckon that in that month, about 28% of the market was offshore. So 3.1 divided by 0.72. Am I allowed a calculator? Okay. So that
Yeah, go on.
means no. So it'd be just under. So half of that would be 36%. So that would be 1.6. So I would put it at between 1.35 and 1.4 billion reais.
299. Very close. Very close. It's incredible to see you do the workings. But we have been going for some time now. So I think it is time to.
Hang on, Robin. Cool. I've got a bonus question for you.
Okay, all right, fine. Let's do the bonus question, then we better wrap up for the year.
According to God and any other higher powers that anyone may or may not believe in, who that could be viewed as a source of truth, who is iGaming business's most valued partner?
Think about that. I would say, Ed, you ever heard of a company called H2 Gambling Capital?
And he's the winner. Ding, 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 ding. Congratulations, Robin. You have won the quiz. I will doff my imaginary cap.
I mean, of all this Christmas items, tat, whatever you want to call it, and no Santa hat. Very disappointing.
Yeah, I don't have one. I was looking for that. Right. Naughty nice list. Sorry, you're in charge. Do? Okay. Naughty list, I would put Gordon Brown, Rachel Reeves, the general politicians in the Netherlands, and anyone who puts out data with unsubstantiated claims.
Okay.
The nice list.
Yep.
I would better put Kyle Goldsmith, because otherwise he'll get grumpy about my things I was saying before. The nice list. I don't know. I think you should do the nice list.
Okay. Nice
Actually,
list.
anyone doing predictions as well, in case you haven't gathered, I'm anti-prediction markets.
Are they going the naughty or the nice list?
They're going the naughty list.
That's good to clarify.
And nice list, I will start with Nevada regulator for being the first one to stand up to them.
Yep. Nice list. I think that's fair, Mark. Mike, right, sir? What else would I say? Probably say Jonathan Jostle. Really enjoyed talking to him. Think what he's doing is really interesting. Doing some great stuff in downtown Vegas. Wayne Shaw, because thanks to predictions, I hadn't thought about him for years and I felt quite sad at what I had to go through. So he needs, he deserves a good Christmas. Company wise, I mean, the ones that I think have, are doing really well this year, Allwyn, National Lottery transition could have been a lot messier. I think, in a very difficult scenario, they've done an outstanding job. Also, really interesting to see them grow. Superbet, Betano, I think they're,
I was
future market leaders.
gonna say both of those. I think they've done very well. Super and Batano really come
Yep.
through. But are you going to put both 365 on there for leaving China? Well, I assume you're going to put YOLO on there for their transformational pivot that's going to change the industry.
I've put the people that I believe should be in the nice list on the nice list, and I'm sticking with that.
Okay, if we're doing people, from personal review, I would add who's been helpful to me this year from Clarion. You, I'd actually put you on the nice list, Robin.
Oh, thank you.
It's all right. You don't have to reciprocate it. Your LATAM liaisons help me. Liliana Costa, I'll put her on the nice list.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to put Sophie on the nice list. Sophie Webster, your boss. Yeah.
Sophie is a big fan of Sophie.
Is a Christmas bonus time coming up? Is that why you're saying that? No? Okay.
No, genuinely. Believe it or not, I get to work with a lot of great people and very grateful for that. And genuinely, I mean this, I really enjoy doing this with you. I'm not sure anyone in the industry enjoys us doing this or even acknowledges that we do it, but it has been a lot of fun over the past year.
It has been fun and hopefully informative.
At times, yes. At other times, as we see from the sort of end of year wrap up, it's mainly us going.
Yeah, and maybe people from around let's call it global. Maybe our global listenership didn't quite want to know as much about Sheffield Wednesday or Celtic as we told them.
No, but we planted the seed. We planted the seed. So next year we can continue talking about that.
Yeah. So, good question. Yes. No, we are expecting to have a preferred bidder announced in the next few days. Well, not necessarily announced, submitted to the EFL. Whether they want to be public or not is a different matter.
And on that note of Christmas cheer and hope, we will leave you for 2025. Genuinely, if you've listened, thank you. We know it's a bit chaotic. We're trying to do something a bit different with varying degrees of success, but we have a lot of fun doing it, even if most of our listeners are probably having less fun. But we'll be back in 2026, whether you like it or not. So obviously a huge thanks to Ed here. Every week he puts himself up, gets compared to the weakest part of a duo, and somehow keeps coming back for more. So have a great holiday, and we'll see you in the new year.
And
God, what?
If you don't listen because you won't hear this, then go do one. Yeah, we can say that.